Woo! Me and TikTok about to have it out, y'all. We over here about to have it out. Nothing wanted to do what I needed it to do. Y'all probably can't even read the little board I got sitting up there. I don't know how to get it off my face. Like, oh, this is what happens when you are new to TikTok. Let's see if I can get us some background music on. Oh, oh my Lord. I don't know what we got going on behind me. I don't think I can move it. And if I move it, I don't think y'all can read it. Like, I give up. We're just going to let it be where it be. Y'all come on in the room. Be coachable, teachable, trainable. Post your state where you are actually catching this information from on today. I did not even take the opportunity to share any of this out because, as I said, just trying to figure out how to do something new here on this platform about took me out, guys. So yeah, I was in here trying to, as you see, learn more about how to build a personal brand on your decades of wisdom. Like, it took forever just for me to get that particular banner or board or caption up, like, to the point I was like, I give. That's what I just looked at it and said. I said, you know what? I give up. Y'all got it today. Y'all got it. So we gonna see what happens. Hey, Dazzle. We gonna see what happens if I happen to be able to figure out how to get us some music on, something going. We're not gonna be on here long because guess what I got to do today? I've got to Uber Mom. I've got to Uber Mom in a few minutes. Yes. So I'll be out here Uber Momming in these streets. I am so excited because I have my additional, I don't even know if I can figure out where to add in. Let's see, can I get my actual product to come up here on the screen? I don't think I can. I was trying to do that. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to do that. So we're probably gonna try again on Sunday because currently she is not in the mood. She is not participating. Things are not happening on my end. But have mercy. We still here. We gonna still make it happen. What's going on, good people? Come on into the stream, okay? Be coachable, teachable, and trainable, as I say. And go ahead and chime in the comments with your state, just so I can see where this information is reaching out here in these TT streets. I greatly appreciate it. My name is BrandMaster Martina Britt Yelverton, and I'm your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack. Hey there, healthy. To hire your kids in your own home-based business. So should you choose to do so. Not everybody does that, but I am the one who would come into these streams and I would teach and coach and train you and educate you on how to set up your personal brand and how to actually go about doing that. This week, our focus is on your first step, your one step. This past Setup Sunday, I talked about what is that first step? Why is that first step so very important? And what it is that you guys need to do with regards to your personal branding. So as you see, hey there, be healthy, be happy. As you see, I have up on the stream, and you probably cannot even see it. I don't even know if you guys are available to see it because, again, me as a TikTok newbie on here playing around with some of these things. If you look right up here, I call myself trying to be coachable, teachable, and trainable. Hey there, yo. Call myself trying to be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post up my first board as I go live. Girl, let me tell you, thank you so much for your daily heartbeat. I greatly appreciate it. So can you read it? You ashy T. I see you. You ashy. Get unashy. Look, I tried to put that thing with a black background. There you go. She's not ashy anymore, guys. Thank you so much for that. I tried to put a background to it so you guys would be able to see it. And every time I tried to add a background to it, it would go completely away, even though the option was right there. On top of that, I tried to have a title up. Let me tell you something. I did not even think I was going to make it live tonight because being a Uber mom, I was Uber momming my adult child around, trying to get her situated with, you know, her to and from and what she needed to do and everything. And she ended up having a good old time getting her very next phone purchased. Okay, having herself a good old time in there. And I'm like, girl, You know we on a timeline. You know I got to be live. You know I got to be on here spreading these good bits of gems and pieces of information to my online people, my TikTok newbies, my Gen Xers, right? All the good people who are out here developing their personal brand. Can you move it along? But we made it. Here we is. Praise God, in the room, and I'm here to share with you guys information on how to do your personal branding. So I get here, I sit down, I pull it up. I remember I'm supposed to be being coachable, teachable, trainable, and I'm supposed to be putting things up. So let me go ahead and test out the theory on how we're going to get these boards put on here. Ciao. I tried to use the template. I changed the template. It was on here. I moved it out of the way so it wasn't going halfway through my head. And I cannot wait to report this to the HR office tonight. Personal was on one side, branding was on the other side, and it was going through my head. Had to start over again. Tried it again. Personal was up top, branding was up top, but it wasn't on the board that was behind it. Tried it a third time. I said, okay, never mind trying to edit the template. The supposedly helpful template that they gave me, okay, tried to use that. It was a headache. So I said, let me go up here and just type the information. And there you have it. I tried to get a background to it so that you guys could read the words. And voila, here we are, running late, but we're here. That's all I got to say. Breathe, right? Just breathe. Just breathe, guys. So as a TikTok newbie, my goal is to not make this so difficult for you guys and go through some of the rigmarole and try to help you all out. But as you see, I'm in here struggling myself. So normally I would come on. I'm laughing, T, because you about to laugh at what I'm about to say. Normally I would come on and I would say, I am the BrandMaster for the startup stuck and struggling. But the way I just struggled through getting this board up here, I did not want to come on and sound like I was anywhere near an expert here on TT. So we're not going to talk about how we trying to set up. I know, right? How we trying to set up and be an expert on here, because we absolutely are not. Tonight, we're going to talk about, for a brief moment, your one step that you need to do, or that you need to implement, or that you need to utilize in your journey toward your personal brand. Because while there are multiple steps to your personal brand, and I will show you in just a moment what that journey could potentially look like. Let me see if I can get that up on the screen and ready for you. But what that journey could potentially look like, I want you guys to understand there are so many different ways. There are so many different paths to this thing that we call, to this journey that we call, personal branding. And I want you guys to realize that it ain't easy, number one, but that there are multiple steps. So we're going to discuss very briefly. Let me see if I can show this to you real quick before I take myself back off. Let me flip the camera around here and you guys let me know if you can see this. So there we go. What I decided to do was go in here and create for you guys to be able to see some of the steps that we're going to discuss. And the very first thing that I want to ensure that we discuss on today is this area over here. And of course, this don't want to move the way I want it to move, so I can show you. But we're going to discuss the awareness stage. All right. The awareness stage of what it is before we even get into the lead. And that is about your value. We're going to discuss a little bit of that tonight. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah, we're going to discuss a little bit of that tonight, and we're going to start over here on the left-hand side of this journey in the awareness stage, okay? In the awareness stage, we need to understand, okay, have mercy, we're going to have to figure out a better way to do that, because we can't be going through all that trying to get this information out to you guys. And we're back. We're going to talk about the awareness stage. And the first thing I'm going to say is be aware of what you can do and what you cannot do. And me flipping this camera around and me trying to share this information and me trying to help you guys understand how to utilize TikTok as your platform of choice ain't the one. Okay? Please don't come in here expecting me to be able to help you with that. And I know we're on TikTok, and I would love to be able to say that I am here to help you with that, but I'm not. That's what the AHR office is for. And so each evening around 10 p.m., we get together here on TikTok, right? And we become aware of where we are short here on TikTok with our understanding of how to use this platform, right? And we get started at 10 p.m. in Heather.R41 in the HR office. So if you are brand new to TikTok, please do not come to my 6 p.m. Watch Me Work Wednesdays or my 6 p.m. Setup Sundays and think I am going to be able to help you become aware of anything TikTok related. Please join either Nicole at 10:30 in the morning or Heather at 10 p.m. at night and get that information, okay? What I am here to bring to your awareness is the various stages of becoming aware of your value, becoming aware of who you are, becoming aware of who you serve, becoming aware of what it is that you have to offer, becoming aware of your gifts and talents, so that as you're out here perusing, that's a nice way to say scrolling, right? When you're out here on the internet and you are, looking at different social media connections, and you are actually attending various webinars and masterclasses, and you're out here doing your own Google searches and things like that. When you're out here doing all of that, make sure that you are aware of what it is that you have to offer. So, of course, TikTok is asking me to meet a flash goal. So for the next 15 minutes, if I could get three people to help me meet the flash goal, and we can swipe that away, and we can move on. So in this awareness stage, there is a lot of information that is out here on the World Wide Web, right? And one of the things that you need to do, okay, to move in these internet streets is just be aware of what is out here. Be aware of all that is available to you. Be aware, become aware, pay attention to all that is out here that pertains to you. Can somebody grab a pen, a pad, a notepad, or something, right? Thank you so much for helping me meet that goal. It went away. Yay, TikTok knows that we're actually doing what we need to do, that we are in here, being engaging and serving in this group. Please understand and become aware that there is so much chaos. There are so many different points of engagement, points of interaction, gurus, experts, masterminds, it's so much out here that you can become overwhelmed, that you can become inundated, that you can become pressed down, you can become frustrated. It can be a lot. And so one of the things I need to help you understand on how you move out here in these streets with regards to awareness is be aware that everything ain't for you, number one, and that which is for you, pay attention to that, right? Be engaged with that. Pay attention to that, jot that down, take that information in, however you want to absorb that information. Do that so that you can stay aligned, on track. You can make sure you're partnering with the right people. You can make sure that you are connecting with the right people. You can make sure that you are not convoluting and congesting your entire atmosphere, right? You can make sure that you're doing all of the right things, and you can ensure that what you are doing, the different things that you are involving yourself with, they make sense for your journey. They continue to help you along the way. What's going on, Tamir? So good to see you. I am so excited to see you, my good friend. How are things going in the crochet world? How are you and your pins and needles and yarn and all of that going? This is my good friend here, okay, on the World Wide Web of TikTok, and she is amazing, awesome, beautiful, and I love watching her put her creations together. So good to see you. What's going on, Afro Swank? So good to see you as well. Good. Been teaching. Oh, you've been teaching on Fridays. I came across one of your streams the other day, and I saw you had about 3 or 4 people in the room. So I was really excited to, watch it just a few minutes to see how that was going, and then I had to, keep it rolling. Life entering 2026 has been crazy. It's been amazing, but it's been crazy. Thank you so much. I am doing very well, Afro Swank. I am doing extremely well. I appreciate you asking. I hope that you are as well. I hope things are going for you as well, going well for you as well. So again, I love to do this when we first come into the room. So again, guys, please make sure that you engage with each other, check out each other's bios and profiles and all of that. See if there's anyone else here that is doing anything aligned that you want to, become aligned with. You can follow each other or not, totally up to you. But I'll start here with Coach Ty. She is actually a force to be reckoned with here in the life coaching and relationship coaching sphere. Okay, she has nearly 3,000 followers. Self-love is the best love, relationships and family coach. You guys are available to check her out, partner with her. She is not yet into live hosting, but she is a consistent quality poster and engager here on TikTok. So definitely take the opportunity to follow her. Y'all know that that's my backup account in position number 2. Number 3, with over 1,900 followers, is the Crochet Queen. I know that's not her name, okay, but crochet instructor and designer. She's teaching you, to hook up masterpieces. When I say, when you go to her page, to her channel, you're going to see some beautiful, beautiful pieces. And the fact that she is available to so clearly help you articulate how to, if you're brand new to crocheting, how to get it done and how to create. I think that's really a very undersought or undervalued skill set that she has, and she's available to articulate it even here, virtually online, showing you what needles, how to hold your needles, how to utilize the different areas of the crochet patterns and all that. Let me tell you, she's the one that you need to follow if that is an interest of yours, okay? Afro Swing. She does not have a bio yet. It is forthcoming. We're working on that with her inside of the HR office. We're discussing personal branding with her and all of that. So soon, I'm sure we'll have that information available. And Sand, welcome into the stream. Sand, okay, that is a single empty nester. She said, I'm going to put it out there. Probably single and happily single, like she ain't got time for the madness, right? With over 1,400 followers. And hopefully you'll get an opportunity, even if you choose to, Sand, to join us in the HR office, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? Because HR, that's Heather R., she actually walks us through how to create content and how to go from 0 to over 1,000 followers as a brand new person here on TikTok. She walks each and every one of us through if we're looking to become a creator, if we're trying to qualify for some of the monetization options here in TikTok. She walks you through all of that, okay? And any of you that are joining, if you could have a look above, we still have a flash goal of one person needs to get a live whatever, so that can go away. I thought it went away before, T. I thought we had done that. It's like one person, you can't do multiple of those or whatever. When you hit on that, it lets you do one and then, okay, there it is. It's achieved. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Okay, now it can go away and stop popping up here on my screen. You guys know I don't understand what all that means anyway, so I appreciate it when it goes away. All right. Let me scroll up just a little bit. So Afro Swank said, I've always wanted to start crocheting. My mom used to needlepoint. Oh, wow. Okay, dope. Then Tamar, and I know I pronounce that differently every time. If you could let them know here in the comments, let Afro Swank specifically know in the comments when you're live. I specifically remember you're live Friday nights at 8 p.m., but I know I've scrolled across you at other times and you've been live. That may be something you want to join on her live and watch, Afro. So I think that would be pretty dope and exciting. Okay, so you are available to see it. I did not mean to do that. What have I done? I don't know what I did, y'all.
You gave me an opportunity, good night, to just say it real quick. On Monday to
Okay,
Friday,
hold
8
on. Let
p.m.
me turn it up
Eastern.
so I can hear you. I forgot that you could do this. I haven't done this in so long. I've only done this like once or twice before. So yeah, come on up. Please tell her what you do, because she may be interested in jumping on your Friday nights. That's the night that I remember. How you been, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I am beyond amazing. I am absolutely beyond amazing. I'm excited about 2026.
Me too. All the blessings. So on Mondays through Thursday, I show how I make orders. So all orders are completed on my live stream Monday through Thursday. But if someone pops in and asks me to start teaching them, if they have their supplies, I'll put my orders down and help them, which is what I've been doing all week. But Fridays are generally the teaching Fridays where I pull you up on the panel, watch your hands, make sure you are working the stitches correctly, and just making sure that you have all the fundamentals that you need to get your project done.
Absolutely. I know when I was on there with you Friday, I was having some trouble with some of my counts, and that's because I'm self-taught. And so if I can get it to look right and I can get it to size right, I was just rolling with it. So it was interesting to be taught by someone else who was actually watching my hand placement, watching my counts, and actually able to instruct me on how to make certain corrections, even though it ended up being very big. That was because I was using a big needle and a big cotton thread. So I didn't account for any of that when I said, yeah, I'm gonna get on and I'm gonna make a hat too. It ended up being a bowl.
But fun fact, I'm learning to crochet with my right hand so I can be more accommodating to my people who are right-handed.
Wow. Now that is commitment. Like that is commitment to the people. That is honestly being able to honor those who come and ask their questions, to be able to commit to switching out what is natural and what is normal for you, to then be able to do that. Like my hat's off to you. My hat is off to you.
Thank you. I wish I could go on video. I don't know what's going on, but I can't show myself to show you what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, it's probably not you. Hold on one second. It's probably me.
No, it's the app.
Oh, it's the app. Okay.
Oh, it was you actually. TikTok has this new feature now where they, unless you give. So
See,
this
I
is what I'm
told you it was me.
working.
It was me. I'm learning. Look, now hold on. There's one more thing I can do. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. If I click on you, I should be able to make you bigger, right? Switch spot.
Yeah,
Let's see how
expand the box.
let me see how smart I am. Y'all, we learning in real time.
So you press down hard on my box, and then you're gonna see some settings pop up, and you could say expand.
I did. There it is. Okay.
So this is what I'm actually
Oh,
working
that
on.
is too cute.
Yeah, this is a ski mask,
I know, T. I'm in here showing out.
and this is the
Hey, Caduce
first one.
Beauty.
I just laid the flowers so that I could get them on. But
Okay.
this is how it's gonna look when this one is done.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, she just gave you some options, Afro Swank, of other nights that she's actually on, so you be able to watch her technique and everything. That is beautiful. You be able to watch her techniques, but since you have something to do this Friday, what are those times again?
8 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday.
Okie dokie.
Thank
That
you for having me.
No, thank you. Look, no, having you, I'm sitting here testing. I'm playing around now, and I know this is not what we're supposed to be in here doing tonight, but I haven't had an opportunity. Like I did actually host a panel, and I had a couple of my clients that I've worked with for nearly a decade, and they came onto the panel and they were able to talk about their own individual everything. And I'm surprised I have not seen my life coach hit that button yet. She's probably over there being shy, but she's also paying attention to my chat for me, and I appreciate her for doing that. But yeah, I'm in here showing out, clicking and pressing on a couple of these things that I have not had the opportunity. So hey, look, you had a question that came from Afro Swank, and she said, "Do you sell starter kits?"
I sent her. I posted the response in the chat because this is not a shoppable live, so I
Okay.
don't want you to get any violations or anything. But
Okay.
Afro Swank, you could check that page out and get everything that you need from there.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem. I'm still playing around. Y'all forgive me. I'm gonna get it right. Now you know I don't know how to let it go altogether. I don't know how to get rid of it to take us
Lem-
back.
and then yeah, and I can't drop off. Oh yeah, I could disconnect. So thank you. I appreciate you.
Did I do it right? Here we go. Okay, I see me again. Now I have no idea how to make myself go back big. Where you ready to go? I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all work with me. through the grapevine. Click on my box. Okay, I did. I am learning conducive. It's like a trip for me on here learning because there's so much that you can do on TikTok and I'm just so unaware. But I appreciate my top right there is a gear. I done pressed and held, like I done everything. And it is sitting here not letting me do nothing. But I appreciate you guys even for doing this with me. Canessa said you got it. Oh my goodness, why are you playing with me? And tonight is not the night for it to play with me because I have to go Uber Mom again at 7:15. And when I say Uber Mom, it's because one of my kids drives full adult, the other kid does not drive full adult and is not interested in driving. So if I'm not taking him to and from work, then his sister is taking him. Yeah, it's not giving me anything, sis. It's just sitting here with all the boxes on the screen. And I don't know how to make it stop. But yeah, my daughter, who is the baby of the rump of my litter, she drives, loves to drive, has no problem driving, and she actually helps me out tremendously because when I am into my schedule and I cannot run and get him, she does the same. So guys, I think we're going to end up sitting here the whole time looking like this because when I say it will not go away, it will not go away. Like I'm sitting here in my one box and it won't go away. Sugar pie, honey bun. All right, if I click the three dots down here and I go into settings, does that let me do anything? Honey bun, sugar pie, honey bun. When I click my box, it highlights my box, but nothing else comes up on the screen for me to do anything else. Bagu, get somewhere and sit down. Sugar pie, honey bun. All right, so let me do this. I'm going to click to invite you again. Tamir, and we'll see if I can get you to come up, and then if I can change where the boxes are again like I did before. Maybe that try pausing the live and coming back. Okay, I'll try that next. All right, so I'm going to tap on you again and I'm going to expand you. No, yes. All right, so now that I have you expanded, I'm going to tap on the box again and I'm going to see if it'll let me tap on me. Yeah, so no, it doesn't. When I tap on me,
Hard press on my box, and then you're gonna see, it's gonna say like split, expand. So when you hard press on my box in the top right corner, it's supposed to give you the option. But I think the app has been going through a bunch of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, it's going through craziness because like right now I'm talking, I see the boxes on me, but on yours, I've tapped on yours and I have the options at the bottom. And when I select shrink, it brings us back to these multiple boxes here,
So
right?
press on
But
your
now I'm
box.
gonna say when I tap on my box, nothing happens. So I'm gonna tap on your box again and I'm gonna say switch spot and see if it'll put me back first. Nope.
Because the option is supposed to pop up for you to have a grid.
Yeah, that one didn't come up.
You have the different grids. I'm live on my backup trying to see how you can.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, down at the bottom where the click on that co-host where you see co-host with guests, and up in the top right hand corner there's a gear, and then
Okay.
you're gonna see the different layouts. So
Oh, okay. Let's try that.
so click on full screen and then click on fluid panel and get rid of, so disconnect me now.
Boy, why you got a team around you. That is exactly why you have a team around you. Thank you so much for that. I know, right? My community is amazing. Thank you so much for that. Tamara, you'll get to understand. I am a clown. I am a complete clown. I am a kid at heart. So I appreciate you walking me through that. Now, let's hope I don't run into that. Now my little board up there looks absolutely crazy, but it's all good. It is all good. We'll work it out. Thank you so much, Conducive Beauty. I appreciate that. Whew. I don't even know where I was in today's teaching. I know that we're talking about your personal brand. I know we're talking about becoming aware and what that awareness is like right now. And I literally want to open it up and just be, okay, got to be an Uber driver, right? You got to be an Uber driver too. Yeah, I got to be an Uber driver at 7:15. So I was trying, and thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You helping me through that. We'll see how it goes going forward. My screen looks a little different, but hey, we just gonna make it on through this stream. We're gonna get it done. Safe driving. I look forward to seeing you. Today is, what is today? Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday. I'll see if I can check in with you on Friday. So guys, I don't know how to get this little invite that's sitting on here to go away. If it stays the whole time now, I have no idea, but we're gonna jump right back into teaching. So the next thing I was ensuring that I covered in the awareness stage is not only when you're on this app. One thing I talked about a lot when I first got started on this app was the 3 things, and you see I have it pinned now as one of my videos so that people can see the 3 things that I talk about on this app that you need to be aware of, since we're on the awareness, is how to literally set a budget when you come. And people weren't understanding what I meant by set a budget. And I was referring to not only a budget of your coins, but a budget of your time, because you could get carried away. You could be down on this app, look up, and it's 2 hours that have passed. So you need to set a budget on your time. Me, myself, when I come on to certain people's lives and I join their live room, it's like I've already set in my mind what type of budget. I may be going into a room to find me, 3 or 4 new besties. I may be going into someone's live just so I can get a feel and be aware of what's going on in the room. I may be coming in there just to spend a little bit of time to pass through to ensure that I support the creator by making sure I do all the things. If that is a topic for that day, that is something I'm really interested in finding out more about, then I'll probably expand my budget a little bit just to make sure I get the lesson, but the bottom line is you need to set a budget for your time, a budget for your coins, and be available to understand what your schedule is like, what your point is, what your intention is. Understand all of those different things, to me, honestly, before you even turn this app on, right? So you turn the app on and you're like, hey, it's 10:30. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to spend about half an hour to 45 minutes learning from Nicole. So it's 10:30 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go to T Money Banks 12. I'm actually going to go into her live and I'm going to find me 3 new besties to follow, right? And I'm actually going to make sure I do all the things, as long as that is a topic that makes sense for that day, meaning I'm going to give my daily heart. I'm going to make sure that I support the content that she's putting up. I'm going to find me 3 new besties. I'm only going to spend about 15 cents in this room today. And I am going to then take my notes and exit stage left, right? So set a budget of your time, your coins, what your expectations and your intentions are, right? So you show up 10:30. I have said I'm going to be here for half an hour to 45 minutes today. When 11:15 hits, if you've gotten your 3, if you've spent your 15 cents, okay, if you've done all the things and you're finished writing your notes, the next thing that you need to do in sticking to that budget, which was number 2, number 3, you need to leave the room. Exit the room when you have met your budget, right? So set your budget. Stick to the budget, okay? And then when you have met your budget, leave, right? I want you to read the room, understand what's going on in the room and everything, and then exit stage left, right? Don't go over your budget. If you're writing your notes and she says she's going to give you 4 tips and you only got 3 of them and you are now at your commitment time, then hey, those 3 tips may be all you needed to get. right? You have to be aware of what you're doing when you're on this platform. You have to be intentional. Of course, you want to support people, but you think about it. Currently, right now, we have 1,300 followers. I can't go and support 13. We have 1,348. Y'all get what I'm saying? Plus, let's work in round numbers. I don't do math in public. No way. So when I'm looking at this, there's no way I would be able to support in quality 1,348 people every single day, right? So that's impossible. Imagine somebody who has 5 and 10 and these people who have 10,000 followers, okay? There's no way you can support that amount of people every single day. Yes or yes? Yes, of course. Common sense says you can't, and you can't be a quality person and still have a life, and still be a husband or be a wife, or still be a partner, or still be a mother, or still be a father, or still be the person you promised you would be to your clients, right? Or still be the coach, or still be the expert that you are in your given field. There's no way you would be able to do all of that, okay, for 1,300, let alone 5, 20, whatever it is, amount of followers or besties that you have on here. So keep that in mind and be intentional, because if you're working with a quality person, they got common sense like you. They know that you can't meet that demand every single day, right? So when you're coming into this platform and are you going to discuss who to follow, support, and why? I sure can, right? When you're going, and that's sort of like where I was going. So let's see if I can fit that into this next explanation that I was going to give. And it won't let me pin your comment because I got this little panel thing up, but I'll see if I can make sure I answer that. Are you going to discuss who to follow, support, and why? Yes. Now, when I go through my list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that I discussed, the 3 are pinned, which is to, set your budget, meet the budget, leave the room, read the room, do your things afterwards. When you go through all of that, you don't go into every single room saying, hey, I'm here and I'm going to follow everyone that's on the bestie box. That's everyone that's, actually sitting in the room. I'm not going to go in there and click it and open it and go follow. Number one, that's going to land you in TikTok jail. Number two, the reason you don't want to do that is because you don't know who those people are. You can't always take the word of the host, because the actual host for that room could be discussing, I don't know, let's say the host of that room is discussing the best way to utilize blue in everything from bleach to the bleachers. I don't know, right? That has nothing to do with you or your reason for being on TikTok. So if they have people who are sitting in the room gathering information, more than likely the people that are sitting in the room, if they're quality people, are there to get that information for, I don't know, how to use blue on the bleachers. I don't know. But that doesn't have anything to do with you who's trying to health journey and you're trying to learn how to juice. Blue and bleachers has nothing to do with you on your juicing journey, right? So if they say, hey, these are all good people, follow all these people that are in this room, and you go and you follow all them people, you have just screwed up your algorithm. Your algorithm has no reason to understand why you're following all those people when you are on a juice journey and all those people are trying to figure out how to use blue and bleachers. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that when you come to this platform, you set the budget, right? That you actually come into whatever atmosphere you're in, you're paying attention to who it is and what it is you're doing and why you're there to do what it is that you're doing. And when you meet your goal, when you do what it is that you have to do and you're sticking to your budget, then go ahead and be okay with reading the room of the people who are in there and being okay with exiting stage left, right? You're not there to support everybody, all right? You're not there to do all that. Now, when I say support, I'm telling you, the people that you do choose to follow, when you click that bestie box up there and you drop something down, and you yourself are reading each of the profiles, you're seeing if that makes sense for your journey, for why you would want to follow them. If it makes sense for what it is that you're trying to do. Hey there, Forever Glow Up. So good to have you. You are new here. Good, good, good. Thank you for coming on into the room. Today, I'm actually talking about awareness with regards to your personal brand. And I'm talking about your awareness to how you may want to utilize your personal brand here on TikTok and some of the things that you need to keep in mind with regards to this platform. Okay. And how you're moving on this platform and how you're exposing yourself, who you're following, and all of that. Okay. And so if you think about where you are on your journey and you've decided today I'm going to follow or I'm going to find me 3 to 5 new besties and I'm going to follow me 3 to 5 new people, and I'm actually going to come on to TikTok today and I'm going to spend maybe 45 minutes total, which don't lie to yourself, you're going to be on here a couple of hours, especially if you choose to follow 1 or 2 or more people. When you actually set that budget for how long you're going to be on here, how much time you're going to give, when you go into the different rooms, when you set all that up in your mind, then I need for you to stick to that. And I need for you to go where you say you're going to go, do what you say you're going to do, find the people that you say you're going to find, be a quality engager, as they call it here. And what that means is just don't go following, liking, clicking the hearts, putting comments that say, hey, here to support. None of that is helpful to an individual. That it confuses your algorithm, it confuses their, analytics. It can be a big mess, okay? That's why you hear Heather, she'll say, if you have people that you actually know in real life, if you all's journey is not aligned, y'all don't need to be on TikTok for business trying to follow each other and support, right? Because I know a lot of what I talk about on personal branding don't have nothing to do with what my best friend, who is a life coach, talks about in relationship coaches. So no, I don't expect to see her supporting, putting a heart on every single one of my posts, watching every single one of my posts, especially being as though my posts aren't short, right? Because that is not a good use of her time. But her heart says, oh, I want to support her. I want to go like all her stuff. But because she's business minded as well, she's not going to be on my post going heart, 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 heart. Hey, girl. Hey, sis, here to support, blah, 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 blah. Unless she sees something that she's absolutely interested in. Like when I came on Sunday, I was running a little behind and I hopped on here Sunday and I said, let me hit this lit thing real quick. And let me go ahead and say to people, hey, I hope you guys are ready to join us in about an hour because we go live in about an hour. And I happen to have this particular product in hand, right? And when I had that in hand, I was brushing my hair because I was getting ready to have my jewelry on. I was like, hey, I'll see you guys in an hour. Are you ready? Because this is what we're talking about. And stepped out of frame. That's just the post I put up real quick. Well, on that particular post, she saw that brush. Why? Because she's a natural sister too. Right? And she was like, she saw the way it was popping the coils and everything was popping back and it was looking good. She put on that post, she watched that one through. She was like, where can I get that brush? Right? So that's what I mean by making sure that the people that you are supporting them in the fashion that makes sense for your journey, right? She's a natural sister. She saw the brush. She saw the coils popping. She was like, I want that brush. And she commented as such, right? That was a teachable moment for me because I wasn't thinking about the brush. I was thinking about making sure you guys knew that I was going to be here in about an hour. That was on Sunday night for you guys to come join me on the live. However, that was a teachable moment for me because I did not know I should have had that brush pinned in my showcase. I do now. I didn't then. But being as though she saw that, she was like, girl, go back over there, do this. 100% made sense. Okay. So again, that's the kind of support that you want to give. And that is the kind of support you look at people giving to you. So excited to have you forever glow up. Hey there, Yolanda. So good to see you as well. Looks like you do have a picture. You do have a bio, nearly 300 followers, wife, mom of 2 boys, book lover, and an investor. If you guys find interest in that, take the opportunity to click on her image. Read her bio for yourself, determine if that is something that is for your journey. And if so, then definitely take the opportunity to follow Yolanda. Okay. That's how I suggest that you do support Afro Swing. That's how I suggest it. That's how I suggest you choose. If you are or are not going to follow people, I suggest that that is how you actually take the opportunity to, pay attention to what it is that you're doing on this app so that you can be intentional. All right. And there was a third thing that you had in there. Was I going to talk on? Give me a moment. Oh, and why. So I think I'm wrapping the and why into the actual information that I'm giving. So for me, when I say the 3 things in that post that I talk about is to set a budget, stick to the budget, and then to read the room, what I'm saying is when you go into others' rooms, and beware when people come into your room, they probably have set a budget. And number 2, your hope and your goal is that you will stick to your budget and that they will stick to their budget so they're not wasting time on this app, and that they will read the room. So when I'm talking about reading the room, I'm talking about paying attention to who is actually in the room and what are they doing. Are they promoting? Do they need to be muted because they put the wrong comment up, right? Do they need to be blocked because they came in spamming a room? Man, what I mean by spamming a room is, you know how you'll go up to the person and you hit at their name, at their name, at their name, at their name, at their name. That's spamming a room. You don't want that. You'll block that person. If a person comes in and they're self-promoting, then you'll mute them because maybe they don't know any better. So you don't want to block them from all talk. Maybe you just want to mute them. And then you'll have the opportunity to possibly go back into your comments, hit them up and be like, hey, I really don't allow that to happen in my room. Is there anything I can help you with? If you want to, join my room any other time, I'll be happy to unmute you. I actually misread a comment from one of the people who had come into one of my live one time, and I muted them, but I didn't realize they were actually answering a question that I had answered with a merchant or a vendor product. And that's the one that they were mentioning. They weren't self-selling. They were answering a question. And I just happened to see it and thought they were self-promoting. Got in the chat. We got it all worked out. They're a great supporter now. They make comments on, my algorithm. Comments on my posts all the time. So to me, in my opinion, that is the best way to choose who you follow and pay attention to who's following you. That is the best way to set your intentions and your budget for your time and your coins, when you come on this app, as well as who it is that you're going to support, how you're going to support them, all right, and why. And then also, and gifting matters as well. In my opinion, gifting can matter depending on what your point of purpose is. So we have humongous leaders who have hundreds of thousands of dollars that they have spent on this app. Who I'm talking about, Dwayne Williams, he is at the top of this app. You have other influencers that have thousands and thousands of followers, and they actually battle, right? They have huge followings. They battle. Gifting matters in a battle, okay? Then you have smaller influencers who are on here specifically for the shop content, and who aren't interested in monetizing in other ways. They just want to show their products and make their money that way. Gifting doesn't really matter over there. I don't even think you have the ability to do any kind of gifting in that realm. And then you have, like me, I enjoy coming on here, coaching, teaching, and training, and letting people know the different things that I feel are important when you're first starting out as a Gen X who's looking to, walk in their second act. What do I mean by that? You've worked a job X amount of years, or you've been in business X amount of years, and now you want to either, transition, pivot up out that pandemic. You want to transition. You want to start a different realm. You want to start a home-based business. You want to do different things in the entrepreneurial realm, and you're trying to figure out how to do that concurrently, or how to make that complete transition, how to make that pivot happen. Okay, I'm always going to suggest you start with a personal brand, and that personal brand can be based on your decades in whatever realm that you're doing concurrently or that you're leaving. I'm going to suggest you start with a personal brand. And in this regards, if you guys come into the room, you let me know you're not a bot. You give me your daily heartbeat. If I say something that actually makes sense to you, then you actually, go ahead and spend some, what do they call them, finger finger teas or whatever. I think there are there's ice creams down there. There's TikTok hearts. There's live. They're all different things that you can spend just a penny on. Then, hey, that gifting, that matters because it lets the algorithm know you all appreciate something that I'm saying. They have live goals. Like up here, I have the 2026 goal. Those are a penny each. That matters to the algorithm, right? If an individual is trying to come on here and coach and teach and train, and they're trying to do it for no budget at all, and they have the ability to keep receiving what they receive from TikTok and then exchange it and use that exchange of coins to now go back out and bless other people without coming out of pocket themselves for anything, hey, once again, that gifting would matter to them. Thank you so much for those lives. I appreciate it. Like, that gifting would matter, to them. So it depends on the individual giving, but also the individuals who is receiving what their intention is. Like, that's the TikTok one. So she's sending TikToks. Those matter. Those are adding up somewhere as points that they are then able to go and claim. TikTok and the algorithm is paying attention to all of that. So that matters for the algorithm, for the person giving, and it may also be a matter of importance for the person receiving. Please let me Afro Swank if I answered that question. I don't want to ask all the questions, but how does gifting work? How much do they cost? Y'all ask all the questions you want. If I have the answers, I'll answer with my limited knowledge. If I don't have the answer, I will direct you to Heather's room at 10 p.m. If I know that Heather may not be available during the time you're available, then I'll direct you to 10:30 a.m. with Nicole. And if we need to even go to another realm of people who answer questions, and like that, then maybe we'll look at Miss Stories on a weekend, because I know during the week she's doing a lot of battling, I think, if I remember correctly. So no, I'll answer. How much do they cost? So here's what I understand. I've understood that it's better to use the tt.com/coin to do any of your coin purchases, because you get a better deal than just going down and hitting recharge. I think you get more when you go to the tt.com/coin address, and it's not like a penny for penny. You get it's a little less than, meaning I know by memory for 1,000 coins it's $10. Just move the decimal to help you understand. It's like $10.35 for 1,000 coins, whatever that works out to per coin, right? But if you look down below, and you'll see gifts, and you'll see exclusives, and there's a bag or a backpack. There are different areas, and when you look on the coin itself, it will tell you how much that particular gift that you're trying to send cost, and it also shows you how many coins you actually have. Now, I can show you that really briefly here on my phone if she decides to act right, and you guys let me know. Can you all see that? This is getting ready to be crazy down here. But down here across the bottom, this area down here across the bottom is where you give those gifts at, right? So if you're using this area down here, you see the rows, and next to the rows, there's a gift box. That's where the actual gifts are located. So if I click on the gift box, it's going to bring up all of the gifts like that. Can you guys see that? Those are all of the gifts. Currently, based on that screen, it says donuts are 30 coins. A hat and mustache is 99 coins. A rose is 1 coin. Finger hearts is 5. You see what I'm saying? It's on there what the different amounts are. And if you scroll them up, you'll see it keeps going for that area. And it tells you a glove is 10, a rosette is 10, a high bear, right? It shows you on there exactly what. And if you look in the bottom, it says on this backup account, I currently have 309. So currently I'm going to go in and tap the rows so I can show you, and you'll see it on here. So over here is the rows, right? If I tap on that rose, you see how it said I can send that coin now? If I tap and send that coin, I just sent it from the backup account, and as you see on the screen, it says 1 rose sent by the backup account. Okay? And if I were to tap on the 5, it would show, if I tap it one time, it'll show, and I can do it real quick to show you. Like now you're going to see the next one. It says for you, it says 1, but that costs 5 coins because the finger was 5, whereas the rose was 1. They have different numbers on them. And now my amount went from 309 down to 303. Why? Because it was 5 on the finger and 1 on the rose. 5 and 1 is 6. I had 309. I don't do math in public, but I at least know that's 303 now. Okay, so that's the gifting amount for how you spend them. And again, if you click on that coin amount, I'm gonna see if it will allow me to show you on here. All right, so just on here, I'm going to show you very quickly. I clicked that recharge. So if I were to use this right now to try and recharge, if I click on custom, I'm going to say, that's my son calling me. I hope y'all can still hear me. If I were to say 1,000 to customize how much I would try to do, I would actually try to recharge for that 1,000, and that amount would be different than if I were to go to the TT. Let me text my son real quick. I'm live, boy. Tell me what in the world you want. Sorry about that. Got to be the mom real quick. My son is calling me because I'm sure he gets off at like 7:30, and he's probably calling me to remind me, but I just texted him and said, I'm live. What do you need, babe? So if I were to click recharge in some, hey, DJ Candy's World is in the house. Thank you so much again. As I said to you guys, if you want to see an awesome facilitator of her Sunday night calls at 8 p.m., DJ Candy's World is a place. It is a safe space for you to actually join. Okay. And she has nearly 6,000 followers. She is Candy's Conversations, right? On Sundays at 8 p.m. for me, Eastern Standard Time. And then she has other nights that she is live as well. If you want to know more about DJ Candy's World, take the opportunity, okay, to go and check out her profile. And if you find you are aligned, then click that follow button. Okay. And so, as I said before, I don't know what's going on with the structure that I have here, but I want to make sure that we wrap this up in enough time because, as you guys know, I'm Uber Momming tonight. Huh?
I got off early, so I'm going to go get him, and then I'm going to drive back out and take myself.
You're going to drive back out, take yourself,
and then
take Bella home, and then come here.
Yeah.
All right. All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Are you sure? I feel a little tired. You know, I've been up since 4 in the morning.
I know, so that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna wrap this up shortly, and then I can do the drive. But I was just saying, if he wants to just hold tight, he can hold tight.
No, I go get him. You just take me back.
Oh, and then come back and pick you up. She want to Uber mom me until I fall over tonight.
I want to drive on the highway sleepy.
Y'all want to wave at my mini me? Jen, you want to wave to my TikTok people? Y'all want to wave at my mini me?
What is that?
Welcome to the TikTok stream, my mini me.
Wait, where's the camera? Guys, I got a new phone today.
Have mercy.
I bought it myself. Yeah, Big Mama. All right, I'll be back.
Right. So, I got a little more time to be here with y'all. There's my mini me. Her name is Jen. I could give you an entire litany of information about her history. But let me, my people say, hey, beautiful, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
And when I say she is so self-sufficient, it drives me batty sometimes because she is my mini-me and she literally is out here doing it. And when I say she making mistakes left and right, but she is so open about the mistakes that she makes that it makes it beautiful when she makes those mistakes. And she's like, hey, Mom, I made a mistake. I need you to help me fix something real quick. Like, and then there are other times she don't want to say nothing about the mistakes she makes and she just eats them. She's like, okay, that was on me. We ain't even gonna talk about that. The mom ain't nothing broken, ain't nothing bleeding, ain't nothing burning. Let's just keep it moving, right? What's going on, sweets? Thank you for coming into the room. Now, like I was saying before I got distracted, my setup looks crazy because I had Tamara come in and help me figure out how in the world to get my panel up and down. I had the hardest time being coachable, teachable, trainable, and doing something new, right? Creating this board over here. So I created this board up here, and it looked all okay at first, but then when I brought a panel up, I had a panel up because I wanted Tamara to introduce herself, and then I brought the panel back down. Now my whole setup looks crazy. So I thank you guys for sticking and staying with me on tonight and getting that information. But as I bring this puppy to a close here in the next 10 minutes or so, I just wanted to say to you guys, when you are looking to utilize and grow your personal brand, Baku, sorry, my grand dog and my son dog over there doing some things they shouldn't be doing. Anyway, when you're looking to grow your personal brand here on TikTok, I gave you some things that you need to think about and that you need to be aware of, and the mindset that you need to begin to have about this platform. And I want to make sure I do not miss the opportunity to cover the why I said some of the things that I said that about that. Because in the awareness stage, when you're on this platform and you are actually taking the opportunity to learn this platform and use this platform for awareness, right? People are paying attention. So what I mean by that is, if I'm on this platform 24/7, every time you turn on this platform, you see my green light is on or you see my red light is on, and I'm constantly on this platform, when do I have time to live a life? When do I have time to spend time with my dogs? When do I have time to be a mom? When do I have time to be a brand master, to work on my clients' projects? When do I have time to actually create, edit, do anything else? When do I have time to do all the other things, okay, in addition to life, right? People are paying attention to that, and they're like, when is this gonna burn out? Like, she gonna pass out. She gonna go away from here because she doesn't have her own mask on. She's doing so much. When does she have time to breathe? She's gonna crash out. Like, they're paying attention to that. So you have to make sure that when you are actually saying things on TikTok, when you are actually posting things on TikTok, when you're commenting on other things, on other comments, on other posts, it's public. Now, when you go back and look at some of the things that we cover in the Brand You Personal Brand Journey on how to get your assets in order, the first thing I say is word of mouth referrals, collaborations and partnerships, social media connections, masterclass, webinars, YouTube, Google searches, networking, and business listings. All of those things are damn near public. Like, yes, Afro Swank. It also comes off like that is what you're supposed to do. That's what is supposed to happen. That's what everybody has to do. And who got time for that? I know I don't. I wish I could get rid of this block to post that so people can see that. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? Also, when you're looking at the people you're associated with, the people that you are in collaborations and partnership with, right? You're thinking, like, not that you're comparing, but you're looking at, they're looking at you and you're looking at them like, that's how we got to be. No. Okay. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about the awareness and becoming aware of all of this, because the gurus may not teach or tell you that, but it does take a lot of what you see when you're ground floor, when you're just getting started. Because I have a framework that I call the ACE framework that deals with awareness first, connections next, or consistency in your connections and communications next. Y'all heard the 3 C's in there, right? And then the engagement and the expectations and the excellence, and I could go down a rabbit hole on the E's. But it all starts with your awareness of what's going on, as well as the awareness of other people of you. Okay? All of that is very, very, very important in the initial start of your personal brand. Now, you're probably going, what exactly does that have to do with me And how do I make money with that? We're not talking about any of that. All of that comes way down in 4 when we're talking about the lead part. Now, this is the learning part. In the lead part, we're talking about your value, your vision, and your voice. Down there in the voice part, this is the execution of the personal brand that we've set up. Now we're talking about where finances come in. But in the initial beginning, we're just talking about awareness, just opening your mind and becoming aware. What does that mean down there? Did I do something to? Okay, let me see. It looks like you requested something. Now, child, if we can't get you off of here later. If I can't get you off of here later. Okay, so baby, you didn't mean to do that. Well, guess what? It reset my screen. My screen is back to somewhat normal. Yay. Now, again, I don't know how to get that invite box to go away altogether. I don't know why it's down there, and I don't know if it'll go away altogether. Let me see if I hit this button. All right, so let's see if I hit that. Did it go away? Ooh, sucky now. I think I just figured something out, Swank. I think I just figured something out. Okay, so now it was an accident. Okay, well, guess what? Now we're back to the original resolution. The screen looks correct to me. Let me see on my backup. Does the screen look correct to you all finally? Yes, so the screen is back. Kishona, you done missed it, child. I done been in here doing a little some of everything. Number one, trying to do what Heather taught us to do with hey, self-leadership coach. I think you were in there too. Look, I got on here tonight trying to do this whole, you see, I got a little whatever banner. Y'all see the thing up there. I tried to do the banner. That was a mess. Somehow I ended up with a panel again, and Tamara was able to introduce herself. Then we couldn't get her down. She walked me through how to get her down. Child, we've been in here playing around, having a good time. But I'm trying to bring, I know, right? I'm trying to bring all this to a happy, closing here. You have to be mindful of what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're showcasing, what it is that it looks like for other people. Tonight, we're just talking about the learn, lead, and level up part of this. In the learn stage, you're learning about yourself. You're allowing other people to learn about you. Thank you, Kishona, for helping me meet that live goal that I put up there. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for the populars, self-leadership. So you have to be aware of all of this that's going on. You have to be aware of what you're doing. You have to be aware of what others are saying about you. Okay. And then also Afro Swank asked some really good questions that allowed me to talk a little bit about the TikTok platform and where awareness plays into that. And for those of you who are paying attention, as you see this engagement that is happening from Kishona and from Self Leadership, they're actually coming into the room. They're conversing with myself. And I know, some people have an argument about that being a word. She has over 3,000 followers, and she is here to vibe and to make some money, guys. Okay. That's Kishona. If you find interest in that, if you want to know more about her journey, then take the opportunity to go to her profile, read more about her, maybe look at some of her information on her page and choose to follow her. Don't follow people just because we say it. Go make sure they're aligned with what your goals are. All right. And then you have Coach Drea under Self Leadership. She is a life coach. Lead yourself, lead everywhere. And she has her information posted there for you to, again, follow her. Again, become aware of what your activity looks like. When I gave those 3 tips and I showed you the expanse of those 3 tips, before I close out, I will cover number 4 and 5. But number 1 was to set a budget. Number 2 was to stick to the budget. And number 3 was to read your room. So when you come into these rooms, read the room. Pay attention to who's doing what. Pay attention to the host engagement with those people and their engagement back. Pay attention to what's going on in the room. Become aware of that, right? Make sure that once you meet your budget, your time budget, your coin budget, your intention budget, once you meet that budget, go ahead and leave the room. That would be number 4, exit stage left. Now, to finalize your 5-figure activity for the day, In that fifth stage, I like for people to take the opportunity to meet their intention. So if your intention was to find you 3 to 5 besties out here perusing around for the hour or so that you chose to peruse around on the day, for the time you chose to spend in and out of each of the rooms, for the notes you chose to take the opportunity, one of the ways that I utilize my Cash Flow Queens journal is I actually write down notes from when I'm in and out of rooms. So I'll show you what that means. There's an area in here where I was in the room. Let's see, back on the 5th, and I can even all the way go back on the 1st. So back on the 1st, I finally got a chance to understand what UGC meant, user generated content. For this particular live, my schedule was to go in at 10 p.m. to the HR office and to learn how to clean up my FYP, how to use the search box for that. I understood what UGC was, right? As far as making sure that when I put up the UGC, the title, the bio, the numbers, and all of that, the number of hashtags. That's what I was doing back on January 1. I can move forward to when I decided to come back in and take some additional notes back on the 5th, which was that a couple of days ago. I was actually in the HR office again, and we were discussing stickers and a live goal versus a flash goal. Gave me some clarity and some understanding on that. Now, between that time, have mercy, hallelujah, I was on Dwayne's live during the day. And I think on the 1st, and I could actually pull up my thing, but I think on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I was actually writing a page full of notes dealing with LLCs, okay? And I have my notes from that, right? That's what I chose to spend those various times with on those days. There's budgets that I had set for what do I look to get from today. There are certain follows that I'm interested, people that are on those panels that I'm interested in following. He has no less than 300 to 500 people on every single live where he's giving out that valuable information. My intention is to help in the chat because with 500 people making comments, leaving comments, doing all that, I'm there to assist with the answers. How do you do an LLC? How do you set up a console? Where do you find the info? Where's the email address? Where's the phone number? What about this question? What about this answer? I'm in the comments doing that. By default, people are following me. I don't have to set an intention. Hey, I'm looking to get 3 to 5 followers. No, because I'm in the comments, because I follow him, because I'm aligned with this message, I'm able to answer questions and people are seeing my answers as valuable and following me. Have that in mind. I'm aware of how I answer those questions because I'm connected to that brand. Hello? Okay? So you want to think about those things. Did he have to give you permission to do that? So no, here's the thing. He has moderators and his staff is also in the chat. You go up in there and go left if you want to, you're going to get muted and blocked. Okay, number 1. Number 2, I've been brought up on his panel to ask questions a couple of times, and I was introduced to him by me seeing his platform and me going, wait a minute. I've been coaching and teaching and training people forever and a day for over a decade on LLCs. What do you mean? I was ready, quick, fast, in a hurry to pull off the hat to open my brain to why a man would be on such a public platform saying this so we could actually go to his website, see these, read his blogs. Like I started doing a deep dive. We're talking about the first week of November. I went in because I was like, wait a minute, right? So after I went in, I said, we're going to see if this is for real, for real. I'm going to ask him publicly, like, what are you talking about? Pulled it up, and he instantly put his prove it method into practice. Sis, do you have a website? Sure I do, sir. I'm an entire business. It was mine. Pulled it up. Oh, I love your website. I love this. Hey, do you know you got a broken link? No, I didn't know I had a broken link. Let me go fix that right now. Like, boom, I was ready to pivot because I'm coachable. I'm teachable. I'm trainable. I am open, right? My creator is not going to put me into certain rooms, put me in certain places, and I'm going to be closed and I'm going to be held up, closed up. I don't operate with a closed fist, my mouth, my hands, everything. Where you want me to go, Lord? What you want me to learn today? Right? And so through that, and You can go look at some analytics. You can go look, if you have analytics set up, you can go see who's looking at your stuff. You can see who's vetting you. Send them an email, done send messages, whatever you want to call. Sir, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. What do you need? Clearly. And so when I'm back on the lives and I'm seeing and I'm knowing and I'm understanding what his staff is available to do, what they aren't available to do. Look, and in some cases, what people who are literally attached to him can and can't say. I'll say, hell no in a minute. Now y'all know. Now y'all know better. Like some stuff, but again, you're still remembering who you're attached to, whose brand you are standing in the place of when you're answering those questions. Because you'll see, if I don't know the answer in the comment, I am not going to answer. I will say, I don't know. And I will tag Crystal or tag Travell or tag Dr. T if he's on. I will tag the right people, the right person, okay, to be able to answer on the business structure side, because I'm personal branding. He's business structure, business branding, corporate structure, okay, REITs, nonprofits, trust, all of that's him. I'm gonna stay in my lane with personal branding, right? I'm gonna help y'all with youth lifestyle training. That's me. Can I share his name again? His name is at Dwayne Williams. I think it's _ the Mac. Let me just tell you. Let me see if I can find the correct thing, because there are so many fake pages. So many fake pages here on TikTok. And we tell people all the time, when you come across the fake pages, report them. He only has one page. One. It is Dwayne, DEWAYNE _ the Mac. Now, if it would let me copy this, because I'm on my phone, it may bring me up the option to paste it, and you guys would have it. But we'll see. All right. Because I have seen where I have been able to comment before, and for some reason, I don't see that. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. There it is. And there we go. Yay. And I can pin it. Y'all, she on a roll. She is on a roll. I'm going to learn this app, okay? Because I'm telling you, it ain't nothing out here. It is nothing out here like this app that I've seen. FB ain't like it. YT ain't like it. LI ain't like it. Pen ain't like it. X ain't like it. There's nothing out here like this app. So anyway, that's his information. Even if you set the notifications, daggone it, for it to alert you when he's live, I ain't never received a notification. Literally. So what I did was I went into my messages and I sent him, because I knew this was the right one, a message in my inbox, and then I pinned it. So because that doesn't show me on TikTok all the time, every so often, because I know typically it's between 8 and 11 a.m.ish, he'll be online. I'll pull it up and I'll see if I see the red light. Like I'm on the phone, so I can't show you. I'll see the red light. And then if so, I'll go into it. And I only answer in the comments the answers that I am 100% sure about. Because you ain't going to put me on blast. All right. I'm not going to answer that I'm 85% sure of and just type it up in the chat. And if I do, I'm going to say, at Crystal, is this accurate? Right? Because I'm not about to mess up nobody else's brand. Because again, I'm not about damaging relationships. I'm about leveraging relationships, and I'm about being leveraged by positive, aligned, intentional, positive, blessed, gifted, and all that relationships as well. Okay. So that is what I wanted to discuss with you guys on tonight. If you continue to have any questions, Afro Swank and anybody else, definitely put your questions down there. I will definitely answer them. You know, now that we know I got a ride. Now, mind you, as soon as she gets here, I do have to head out because now I have to take her back And because she said she's really not feeling up to driving that late, okay, when she gets off tonight, she's filling in for somebody on her job, and she's working, I think, the grill tonight for a couple of hours, and or she's doing something for the midnight shift or something. They come in after her, and she wants to, she being a baby, and I'm perfectly fine with it. So I'll drive her on back to work. But of course, if you guys have any questions, ask me those questions. If you don't have questions, we will be live tonight. And I know you said that's kind of late for you. You're trying to figure out which of those people that I gave you access to, which of those people you would do best with. So like I say, I follow T Money Banks 12, TE Money Banks 12. That is Nicole, and she is the at-home growth coach here, 10:30 a.m. I think she is for sure 5 days a week. She also does pop-ups, right? And she's 10:30 a.m., 10 o'clock p.m. Now that the kids are back in school and we're off the holiday break, 10 p.m. Heather.R41, that's the HR office. She is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you got your 10:30 a.m. and your 10 p.m. coaches. These are the coaches that I enjoy, that are the content creator and the growth coaches that I follow. And I'm not adding but so many more people because I want to continue to be quality. So now when I see people following me, I'm really being intentional about reading their bios and making sure that I have something to support them with. I don't follow everybody. Like, I'm not a homestead person. Like, I support Donna whenever Donna's up on the panel, and I support her. This may be a strategy that you could possibly follow, Afro Swing. Now, I support Donna because that's K Indeed's homestead. When she comes up on the panel inside of Heather's room, I support her in the room because I'm not a homesteader. I don't have a lot of interest in homesteading. I don't know anything about tilling land, farm life, none of that. I think it's interesting, but it's not interesting enough for me to damage my algorithm. So I make sure I support her whenever I see her on the panel and in the room, and I want to pick her name and send her some coins, inside of the panel, because you probably won't find me up. Now, they say she got a pie recipe that I might need to go over there and check out. I'll get on my backup account and go get that recipe, because they say she got a few 100,000 likes and loves on this recipe. I might need to go over there and get that from my backup account so I don't confuse my main account. Does that make sense? Right? But I'm not going to submit to creating so much overwhelm for myself to be everybody's supporter, because I still got to be a mom. I still got to be a dog mom. I still got to be, an adult mom. I still got to run my business. I still have to make sure that I have my automations on my own business in place so I can support my clients. As you guys know, not only am I going through an entire business transition, right? I have to do the same for my clients. There are things that I have to set up before they even get over into the business structure, right, that is needed through Mac, right? What's the deal with backup accounts? How do they work? And you still have to come, sent me something I'm supposed to call you. Girl, I'll say it here publicly. I ain't seen it, and I apologize for being late to the draw. So please forgive me, and I'm saying it publicly. Obviously, I have not responded somewhere I'm supposed to. So I will go check those messages again, because I'm very rarely in my DMs because I get so much junk in there. I very rarely am in there. So I've said it publicly. My bad. What's the deal with backup accounts? So here is the reason that I have this backup. See my little thing on there? It's liking the live. And y'all see the hearts go up in a minute. The reason I have this account is so I can do this. It's so I can show y'all stuff. It's so I can teach you what small bit of, information I know. Now, the small bit of information that I know is huge for somebody else. So please don't receive too much into that word small, okay? That's the only reason I have a backup. And plus, my coach, my teachers, Nicole and HR, have both told me, don't doom scroll. Doom scroll is when you do this, ha ha ha, you laugh and go to the next one, ha ha ha, you laugh and go. Don't doom scroll. That's what I have the backup account for. I doom scroll all day on here. I fall asleep. If I want to decide to play games, I put them on this phone. I went and took for 2026 all my games off of my main phone. If I want to do something like, and most times I'm out and about with that phone, I mean, I can't waste time playing and stuff. I do all that. So that's why I have a backup account. Now, on your main phone, when you log into TikTok, it says you can log into other accounts. What Heather has advised against is going live on this account, logging out of this account, logging into your other account, and going live on that account too. She says if you're going to doom scroll on the same phone, log out of your main money making account, log into whatever other account you have, doom scroll on that one, log out of that account, come back into your main money making account, and do your business. Treat your business like a business. Got it. I'm not that, disciplined. So I just went and put the other account on the other phone. Because when I'm holding it, I'm looking at it, it's a different type of phone. It's a different size phone. If I have found myself starting to doom on my main phone, I'm like, oh crap, this is the business phone. Stop. Go clean up your search bar. Did you go search for anything? Clean it all out of there. Get back on your play phone. Right? Yeah. I am a doomer, and yes, I DM you because I'm trying to become a client. Okay, awesome. First thing up there, click my profile, come into the community. When you come into the community, that is going to give you the option to, number one, come into the community. You're going to see everything that's free in there for the community. Number two, on the side, it says an assessment. Take an assessment. You're going to take the brand assessment because I know you're interested in personal branding. Other people may be interested in speaking on larger platforms. This is a speaking platform, by the way, but people are interested in speaking on this platform and beyond. They would take the speaker assessment. There are other people who are in business and they just want to know what position their current business structure is in. There's also a business audit assessment on there. But for you and I, come into the community. There's a link in there. When you actually go and join the community, there's going to be an assessment in there. Take the brand you assessment. At the end of the brand you assessment, it's going to ask you to schedule a call with me. Those are the 3 steps to get directly at me, but I'm still going to go check your message, right? Because I get a lot of people that say, call me. Well, when I call you, if this is the first time I'm calling you, that's your free assessment right then. I'm on and off 15, however long it takes. Now, when it's time for us to actually have an assessment, you're in the paid field now. However, the reason I send through this step, community is step 1, assessment is step 2, clarity check is step 3, is because when you do the assessment, it's going to give me what you currently have or don't have in place. And now I can read through all that. And now I can go do some research. And now I can open up my AI system and I can say, hey, prospect, new client, possible client has this, and this. Based on this, and this, I run it through my template that's in there and say, now, how would you recommend I steer the call when we get on the clarity chat? Now, when we get on the clarity chat, your 15 minutes are put to work. You're not wasting time going, hey girl, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I've been in business. I've never been in business. Hey, I'm located here. Hey, it's sunny out here. Is this like, we don't waste your 15 minutes. I want to get down to why it is that you need what it is that you need. And am I the person to work with you on that? Because if I'm not the person to work with you on that, then I'm going to help you get to the person that is to work with you on that. And now you might just be in the community being cool, hanging out. Now we can get on that personal time where, hey, girl, okay, I need you to help me with this right here. You see what I'm saying? Now we on the other side of it where we just cool. We just kicking it. But if you come into a stream like this and you need help, then I'm going to send you through those 3 steps to make sure that I can help you to the best of my ability. I know you laughing at me. Yeah, I need help with this right here. Because, oh Lord, we're not going to talk about the one little spot up here. Yeah, I got one little spot. Praise God for letting the hair growing out because I got tired of seeing that one little spot up there. Right? Thank you for the popularity, Sean. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's 7:30. I've held you out, guys, for an hour and a half. I have to get ready to run a little bit back. I hear the motor. I think I just heard her drive up the driveway. Yep, because the dog just went to the window. Yeah, my little alert dog. So I'm getting ready to get on out of here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your time on tonight. Setup Sunday. We are talking about, I think we're still on the domain, but I think we're moving into step 2, and we're going to talk about your value. I'll double check that to be sure. But thank you again for your time on tonight. I greatly appreciate it. To your success. Again, thank you for all the engagement on tonight. Thank you, Afro Swank, for the questions. I 100% appreciate it. And before I close this out, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to reset my live goal, because I did learn about that. We reset our live goal so that we can let TikTok know we reached it. So I'm going to reset it to 41. I'm going to confirm. And now it shows that I have actually met that goal. And then I'm going to catch you guys on Setup Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you all. Good night.